What's up, guys? This is your guy Pop-Tarts and Onions here, bringing it to you another video in news regarding the upcoming game Borderlands 3, which is releasing in about a month and a half now. And as I am highly anticipating on this game, there was definitely one of the biggest questions that I was wondering as far as whether or not which version to get. Now, obviously, we already know that PC, being a superior race, is obviously going to be the much better version to play the game on. But however, if you are deciding on which console to get, this is definitely some interesting news that I wanted to share with you guys. Whether the fact that Borderlands 3 is actually being capped at 30 frames per second, and they actually have been talking about it. Gearbox has actually announced that they're possibly working on having the Xbox One X version being in a position to actually play at 60 frames per second. However, they of course are going to allow you to play at 4K resolution, but they are still in development to actually allow the game to work at 60 frames per second. Now, this is definitely a interesting debate because of the fact this being a game that you can play with friends and online. I don't see how this can actually be able to render and run perfectly, being that people will be playing this game at different frames per second. So it's very possibly that we won't be able to see the Xbox One X version being able to play at 60 frames per second unless you are obviously playing on single player mode only. Now, again, this is something that also brought into my attention that I thought was very odd, being that Borderlands Handsome Jack Collection was 60 frames per second. We just got Borderlands the Handsome the Game of the Year edition being 60 frames per second, but this game has no real graphical differences. Yeah, it's a little bit smoother as far as performance goes, but as far as the shell shaded graphics, I don't see why this game could not have been 60 frames per second, being at the fact there's no really big dramatic graphic improvement from the previous games. Now, I do want to get your guys' thoughts about this in terms of what version that you'll be getting. However, I always encourage people to always get the version where you will have the most playability with playing with your friends. But again, being that they have been working on playing this game version on the Xbox One, playing on 60 frames per second, this is something definitely worth considering, being if you want to have a much better, smoother gameplay experience. So again, let me get your guys' thoughts. Let's chat and talk about it in the comments below. Again, I am very excited about this game, Borderlands 3, and I'm definitely going to be playing this day one launch. So if you guys want to get more updated on this game and just updated news in particularly, make sure to subscribe and follow the channel, as we'll be updating content daily throughout the week. And again, this is your guy Pop-Tarts and Onions here, giving you guys some updated news. And again, this is where awesome people come to watch. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.